So the fancy glass, we're going to go like this. And I'm going to click right here. And I'm going to make a profile. So let's say that my glass, I'm going to use, a polygon. So maybe let's try like hexagon.
16 sides.
Well, let's try that. That might look kind of cool. Let's say, okay, so done, so 16 sides. Oh, come back. And then I'm going to click here. That might not.
That's too circular.
It's a little too circular. Let's try 8. So it's an octagon. That's a little better. So I'll click here.
Better say stop on the bottom.
It better. And I'm going to make my glass 2.5 inches at the base. Okay. All right, so we've got this thing here that's drawn on the ground plane or whatever, just so whatever profile. It could be a hexagon, it could be a circle, a rectangle, a square. And then the next part is I'm going to go up here to plane. So this is where things get a little bit different. I'm going to hit the down drop on plane, and I'm going to say offset from plane. So the offset from plane is it's a very useful tool. We'll use it a lot more down the road. This is the first time we've done it in class, but say offset from plane. And then over here on the left side, under the model browser, if I hit the plus arrow on origin, it's going to highlight all of the origin planes we've used. And I want to highlight the XZ plane. So I'll click that one. And it's going to say, how far do you want to offset this? And this is going to determine how tall our cup is. So if you want to have a short cup, 6 inches. If you want it to be pretty tall, you could do like 8. So let's see what 8 looks like. Oof, 8 is pretty dang tall. Actually, let's try 6.
Come on, do it.
A Stein. So I'll click 6 and say OK. So now I've got this plane that's just floating up here parallel to this, but it's offset. This is exactly, we're going to start a new sketch up here. And then I'm going to use my polygon tool again, or whatever shape I used the first time. And this time I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than the sketch below it, but I'm also going to kind of twist it. So let's leave it like that. That looks pretty good. That's pretty good. And I don't need to worry too much about the dimensions. As long as it looks like it's a little bit bigger and twisted, that's okay. So I'll click Finish Sketch. And now I've got this base and that up there. This is actually going to look more like a vase because it's so much bigger on the top. So I'm going to say over here, Loft. So Loft is a really cool tool where you can take unique geometry and then kind of extrude it into another shape. So when we use extrude, if it's a square, it's only going to be a square as it goes through. With Loft, however, you can change the shape from like a square to a circle to a hexagon to a triangle. You can change it every time it extrudes. And you can get some really pretty cool looking geometry. So I'm going to click the bottom sketch, the top sketch. And if everything is good, I click OK, and it's going to create a twisted kind of cup shape. Vase. Exactly. So, so I can get rid of this work plane right here if I want. If I right-click on it, and I just check visibility, it'll go away. Alternatively, another thing I can do is I can hit on the model browser. I can right-click it here and make it invisible. And then how do I hollow this thing out? Shell is correct. So I'll go Shell tool, click the top, and that'll shell it out. And I can decide how thick I want the walls to be. 1/10 of an inch is a pretty good standard. That's the default it'll give you. But I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Shaw. And then you could change the material to something cool, like let's try driftwood. Ooh, it's like a planter. Slivers included. So we could try satin blue, flaked satin. Translucent is a good one. The indoor pool one is a weird option, but it looks good for the cup. Yeah.
I did that with a sign.
Yeah. As opposed to outdoor pool. Gold medal.
It looks way better than outdoor pool.
Tropical looks weird.
That is kind of right.
I can also do dirt. I can call it cup of dirt.
Why is that so?
Transparent dirt.
That looks totally weird. I love it.
It's my favorite.
Rubble.
Is there one that just said gray in there?
I think so. Iron gray.
Oil burns are pretty cool.
I thought it just said gray.
Maybe. Generic. So generic is what it looks like if you don't have any material.
I said gray.
There's no tint.
Alright, let's give it a 10.
Cast iron.
Cool.
I'd use a cup made of metal.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Save the turtles, baby.
Or what is this one? Small uneven rectangular stones.
Oh.
Cool.
What the?
I think that's for bigger things.
Yeah, I think so too.
Interior designing of houses.
Coral.
Coral.
That doesn't look
It's so pixelated.
All right. Anyway,